The story begins with a young boy named Yogiri who is casually roaming in a laboratory where an emergency alarm is ringing, and bodies are scattered everywhere. There, he is searching for Asaka. Meanwhile, Asaka is held hostage by a woman with a gun pointed at her. Yogiri arrives there, and he is very happy to see Asaka. Asaka asks the little boy what he is doing there, but the woman holds Asaka tightly and threatens the young boy not to move, or else she will shoot her. However, he eliminates the woman in an instant. Asaka is surprised and confused about what just happened. Yogiri runs to her, hugs her tightly, and says, "Let's go home." Yogiri is disrupted from the dream and wakes up by a girl named Tomochika. He stretches his bones and asks if they are already there, but Tomochika becomes furious and questions him about how he could sleep in such a life-threatening situation. A strange animal is spotted piercing a human body. Yogiri asks what that could be, and Tomochika becomes more furious and tells him how she is supposed to know. Yogiri makes a random guess by comparing the animal with a snake and a lizard. He picks up a microphone from the ground and throws it in the direction of the animal. The animal is annoyed and goes up in the sky to launch an attack. Meanwhile, Yogiri notices that it is a wyvern. The wyvern prepares to attack them with a fire breath. Tomochika is frightened. She has no choice but to grab Yogiri. As the wyvern approaches them with its attack, Yogiri immediately uses his skill Instant Death, which eliminates the wyvern in an instant. After the incident, Tomochika is still holding on to Yogiri. He tells her that they are saved now. She is shocked and asks him what just happened, but Yogiri tells her he also wanted to ask the same question. He then takes out his gaming device and begins to play. Tomochika is annoyed to see him play at a time like that. She tells him they should go outside, but he disagrees, telling her that there's no guarantee they are going to be safe. Tomochika appreciates his calm demeanor but asks him not to say that while playing a game. Yogiri turns off his gaming device and asks Tomochika if she is feeling better now, and she replies yes. He requests to know what happened, and she starts explaining to him the whole incident. They were on the bus heading to their field trip. Once the bus went through the tunnel, they found themselves in a dazzling meadow. She asked her friend Mikochi where they were, but she didn't have any idea either. A girl entered the bus and greeted them, then introduced herself as Sage Shion. A teacher asked her furiously who she was, but she eliminated him with her magic before the man could finish his sentence. The students were all afraid, but she told them to focus on her and explained that she had no intention of hurting them as long as they didn't annoy her. She told them that her power level is 530,000. She then eliminated the driver with her magic power as his slip of the tongue made her upset. She told the student that it's an Isekai world, and she summoned them all there as the sage candidates. The new world is ruled by sages, but it's necessary to replenish them from time to time. Then Shion uses some kind of magic, and it makes some students glow. But Tomochika and some other students are still not glowing. Shion explained she installed the battle song system in all of them, and they should see the logo image of the licensee in their view. Since Tomochika could not see it, she asked Mikochi if she's able to see it. Mikochi confirmed it and said there's a letter in front of her that she can't understand. But suddenly, she understands it and says it's a status window. Shion told them the system is called a gift in their world, and advised them to make good use of it and try to become a sage. She told them they'd have a time limit of 1 month. Tomochika is confused, so she asks Shion why she isn't glowing, nor can she see any logo or anything. Shion told her some people are incompatible, so she should give up on it. If Tomochika can't become a sage, she will turn her into livestock for producing mana. Tomochika gets shocked after hearing that. Shion told the sages that their first mission would begin in 1 hour and left from there. Tomochika went back to her seat, while Mikochi started giving details of the mission that were being displayed on her status window. The mission is that a dragon will attack them. A student named Suguru steps forward and addresses the current issue. He has a skill called General, which has the ability to lead a large number of people to achieve a single goal. He asks everyone about their stats and abilities so that they could work together. Tomochika noticed that she was not the only one who didn't glow. There are Shinozaki, Kiryu, and Yogiri. She then remembers Yogiri as he's always sleeping. The other student opens the bus door and gets down while leaving them behind in the bus. Tomochika tries to wake Yogiri, but he does not wake up. Shinozaki and Kiryu try to leave from there, but Suguru stops them and tells them he needs them to stay inside the bus. Kiryu gets angry and asks him why he is ordering them around. Suguru tells him that he's a general. He pulls off the chair beside him with his hand and tells him that those who have received gifts can enhance physical ability even at level 1. He tells them that they have no ability, so they will be a burden if taken along. He throws the 2 chairs in their front to block the path. Shinozaki tells Suguru that he can protect them if he is that strong. Suguru says that their plan is to leave them there inside the bus. Suguru signals Asua, and she gladly expresses herself to make them more attractive. She uses her magic skill called Charm Up. Suguru tells them there's only 1 dragon, so if they become bait, the others can make it to the town safely. Tomochika was annoyed and asks to know if everyone agreed on this plan. She believed that there is no way Mikochi would agree to it. To which he replies, of course, she agreed. Tomochika was disappointed, and they were all locked in the bus. Moments later, the dragon appears and instantly eliminates Shinozaki and Kiryu. After the whole story that she narrates to Yogiri, she still nags that he sleeps peacefully throughout the whole incident. In that situation, Yogiri was bothered by how he is going to charge his gaming device since they were in Isekai world. Tomochika was frustrated as that's the first thing he is worried about. Yogiri tries to believe Suguru's word that there's only one dragon, then he believes it should be safe to go outside. Tomochika was still confused and asked Yogiri if he had done something to the dragon. He replied that it fell and died on its own. Both of them came out of the bus through the window. Yogiri says that there are 3 options: hill, city, and the forest. At first, he decides they should skip the forest. Tomochika says something's flying in the sky in their direction. She looks up and sees that it's her 3 classmates Higashida, Fukuhara, and Hanekawa. She wonders how they are able to fly. Yogiri asked her if he should just eliminate them, but Tomochika disagreed and accused him of trying to attack their classmates. Yogiri explained that for the others to leave them behind in the bus was meant to eliminate them. Tomochika understands, but she still refuses to attack their classmates. The 3 arrive at the bus and notice that the dragon is dead. They land from the sky and are surprised that Tomochika is alive. Hanekawa spits out his plans to turn Tomochika's corpse into a zombie. Higashida had told him before that there's a chance she's still alive. Fukuhara tells them their idea of turning her into a zombie is creepy. Tomochika then whispers in Yogiri's ear that now she understands that they couldn't be friends. Higashida uses his fireball to scare Tomochika. He says he is only capable of using basic magic, so he trained it to the limit. Higashida tells Tomochika to come to them, as they decided that if they were given another chance, they'd do whatever they wanted. They express their feelings for her, especially Hanekawa, who reveals that he dreams of her every night. Tomochika could not help but become frightened. Yogiri pointed his finger towards Higashida and said, "Die." Hanekawa made fun of him, asking what he means by die. But to their surprise, Higashida fell down and died. Hanekawa asked what happened to him, and Yogiri answered that he died because he told him to die. He warned the 2 not to move, but Fukuhara disobeyed the order, and then Yogiri commanded him to die. In an instant, he also passed away. Seeing the 2 dead, Hanekawa became frightened. Yogiri told him not to move, and then he explained his ability. He tells Hanekawa to check the 2 of them to see if they were really dead or not. Hanekawa used his healing ability on his friends, but it didn't work. Yogiri said his ability only hits back whenever he is being attacked. His ability is to eliminate his target instantly. The moment he decides to eliminate his opponent, they will die right away. Hanekawa never believed that, so Yogiri tells him if he doesn't believe it, then they should test it on him. Hanekawa started shivering and asked Yogiri to stop looking at him as he is about to eliminate him. Hanekawa moves close to Yogiri with an intention to attack him, but Yogiri stops him and tells him he is about to do something, as he can also detect any killing intent aimed at him. Hanekawa was scared to hear that. Yogiri tells him that with his 2 abilities, he can eliminate anything that has any killing intent aimed at him. Hanekawa gets to his knees and says there is nothing he can do to him. Yogiri asks him why he was so full of confidence, as it hasn't been that long since he got the gift. Hanekawa says that it's not their first time in this isekai world. He explained that some time ago they were summoned by the Aman Kingdom to defeat the Demon Lord. But Yogiri interferes and says they've been on an adventure for about a year in this world, and were sent back after defeating the Demon Lord. He asks Tomochika if they were absent from school for that long, but she refuses. Hanekawa explains that when they go home, only a few hours had passed in the real world. Yogiri sees the possibility that they can go back to their own world. Yogiri wants to get rid of him since he can't provide any help and also not cause future problems, but he bowed and begged for his life. He brought out an ultra-rare magic item so that he could be a slave to Tomochika. He put it on and creepily asked her to give him an order, but Tomochika gave the master position to Yogiri. Hanekawa was not happy, as he was thinking he could become Tomochika's slave, but he had no choice but to obey the order. Yogiri gives him the order to go to the Forest of Beasts and stand by. He doesn't want to go there, but due to the effect of the magic item, he has to obey it. Yogiri tells him not to tell anyone about them, and also to leave behind every valuable item he had on him. Tomochika asks Yogiri if it's okay to send him to the forest. He replies that they never know when he will betray them. Tomochika says, "What about me? What if I betray you out of the blue?" But he tells her it's his own decision to protect her. Tomochika embarrassedly asks him if he is in love with her, and that's why he wants to protect her. But Yogiri remembers that it's because when she hugged him during the dragon attack, her melons were soft. After hearing that, she gets angry and says if there is a single decent guy in this world. On the other hand, Shion is sleeping in her room while Yuichi comes in to give her the report of Sage candidates. Shion said she saw the part where the dragon somehow died, but she doesn't know what happened afterward. Yuichi tells her that the first mission has been cleared and there are 4 casualties. Shion thought it was those people with no ability, but she was wrong. Actually, 2 casualties were S rank, and only 2 had no ability. She gets shocked after hearing that. Yuichi discovered that they died without getting touched, so he thinks it could be a kind of instant death magic. Shion is surprised as the fact that the system failed to install is a mystery, but there is nothing to worry about. Yuichi tells her that they still need to be careful, and then he left. And that's the end of the first episode of my instant death ability is Overpowered. Please comment and let me know which anime recap you'd like to see next. As always, if you liked what you saw, subscribe to the channel. I'll be uploading a lot of videos just like this one, and I'll see you in the next one. Till then, goodbye.